Hey friends, today I'm gonna teach you how to simplify a trig expression without the use of the calculator. As you actually know guys, the examiner will always say simplify this expression without the use of the calculator, right? So before we proceed guys, just click on the subscription button so that you can be able to always get notified whenever I upload a video, right? Yes. So in order for you to simplify this expression, you just need to know simple things. You just need to know special angles. There is what you call special angles. Special angles. There is what you call special angles. Then special angles are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Those are called the special angles. And then in order for you to simplify this expression using these special angles, you need to know how to express them in the form of a triangle. So we basically have two triangles that we can just use to express these special angles. We have a triangle called a equilateral triangle. We have a triangle called equilateral. So this is our equilateral triangle. This is our equilateral triangle. Each side must be, all sides they are equal. For equilateral triangle, equilateral triangle for equilateral triangle, all sides they are equal. Even the angles they are equal, right? Even the angles they are equal. Because all sides they are equal, it means that all angles they are equal. So some angles of a triangle, some angles of all triangles, they are equal to 180 degrees. Meaning that in order for us to get each angle, we have to divide 180 degrees by what? 180 degrees by 3, because we have 3 triangles. We have 3 angles, not 3 triangles. We have 3 angles. So we have this angle which is 60 degrees, because 180 degrees divided by 3 is equal to 60 degrees. So we have 60 degrees, we also have 60 degrees. Even here we have 60 degrees. Right? So from there you just need to let each side equal to 2. This side is equal to 2. This side is also equal to 2. Even this one is equal to 2, right? Then from there we move. Draw a line, just bisect this triangle into 2 equal halves. Bisect meaning that split this triangle into 2 halves, right? Split this triangle into 2 equal halves. So our triangle now is split into 2 equal halves. And this line, this perpendicular line, like this bisector, this line that has bisected this triangle into 2 equal halves, must be perpendicular to this side, must be perpendicular to this side. So meaning that this angle is equal to 90 degrees, because this line has bisected this triangle into 2 equal halves, and this line has bisected this triangle into 2 equal halves, and then this line is perpendicular to this side, right? So we have 90 degrees. Then because this line has bisected this triangle into 2 equal halves, it means that this side will be equal to this side. What about it? Okay, because this side is equal to this side, it means that this side will be equal to 1, even this side will be equal to 1, because sum from this portion to this portion is equal to 2. So this is our midpoint. So the distance from this portion to this portion will be equal to the distance from this portion to this portion. So 1 plus 1 is equal to this whole 2. So from there, because this line has bisected our triangle into 2 equal halves, it means that even this 60 has been bisected. We have 60 degrees which has been bisected, right? Meaning that we have 30 degrees. Even this side we have 30 degrees. Sum of 30 degrees, 30 degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to 60 degrees, right? Yes. Now from there, let's just take, because we have our major triangle, right? Which is a quadrilateral triangle, followed by what? Followed by 2 triangles, right? This major triangle consists of how many triangles? Of 2 triangles. You have this triangle and this triangle, right? So just choose any between these 2 triangles and put it aside. So I've decided to choose a triangle that is found on our right hand side. So let's put that triangle aside. So this will be our this will be our triangle that is situated on our right hand side. So this will be our triangle that is situated on our right hand side. So this angle will always be 60 degrees. As you can see, it's 60 degrees. This angle is equal to 90 degrees. As you can see, it's 90 degrees. Then this angle will be equal to 30 degrees because this 60 has been splitted. 30 degrees. Then from the, what about this side? This side is equal to 2. What about this side? This side is equal to 1. Then we don't have this side, which is this perpendicular line, like this, the line that has bisected this triangle into 2 halves. So we don't have a length of this line. So this line is equal to y, and it is the unknown. But because we know that this is a right angle triangle, which means we just need to use a Pythagoras theorem to find this side. So let's apply our Pythagoras theorem. Then r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Then our r squared is equal to, our r is equal to 2 squared equal to x. Our x is equal to 1. Then we have 1 squared plus what? Plus y squared. Then we have 2 squared, which is equal to 4, equal to 1. 1 squared is equal to 1 plus y squared. Then we have 4 minus 1, if we transpose this one, equal to y squared. Then 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, equal to y squared. Then let's square both sides. Therefore our y is equal to what? Is equal to root 3, which means this side is equal to this side is equal to root 3, right? So this side is equal to root 3. Therefore from there, which means we have managed to express our 90 degrees, 60 degrees, and also 30 degrees, which means we have managed to express this angle, which is 30 and also 60 degrees, even what? Even 90 degrees, our 90 degrees. Let's now find our triangle that will be able to express our 45 degrees. So a triangle that is going to be used to express our angle, our 45 degrees, it's called an isosceles triangle. It's called an isosceles triangle. It's called an isosceles triangle. This triangle is called an isosceles triangle. That triangle is called an isosceles triangle. Then our isosceles triangle, isosceles triangle. So this is our isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, this will be our isosceles triangle. For isosceles triangle, two sides are equal for what? For an isosceles triangle. And this angle will be equal to 90 degrees, right? Then you just need to let this angle equal to 90 degrees. Then let each side equal to 1, not 2, but equal to 1. You just need to let each side equal to 1. So therefore, because this angle is equal to 90 degrees, which means these two angles will be equal to 45 degrees, because this is a right angle triangle and these two sides, they are equal. I mean that the opposite sides are equal, which means opposite angles, they are also equal. And this angle is equal to 90 degrees. And in order for us to get 180 degrees, which means this angle will be equal to 45 degrees, even this angle will be equal to 45 degrees. So we have our 45 degrees and also our 45 degrees. Some angles of a triangle must give you what? 180 degrees. So a combination of these three angles will give you a 180 degrees, because we have 45 plus 45, which is 90, plus 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Then now we don't have this side, which is the hypotenuse, because it's an opposite of 90 degrees. Then let's use again our Pythagoras theorem, because this is the right angle triangle, to find what? To find our hypotenuse. Then our r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Then we don't have our r, right? So let's find our r. So we have r squared, which our r is equal to, is the unknown, right? So we have our r, which is the unknown. Our x is equal to 1 squared plus our y is equal to 1 squared. Then 1 squared is equal to 1 plus 1 squared is equal to 1. R squared. Then r squared is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Then root both sides. Our r is equal to root 2, which means this side is equal to root 2, right? Meaning that now we have our angle of 45 degrees. So we can be able to simplify this expression using what? Using these two triangles. Now we can be able to express this. Let me put it like this. We have managed to express our angles in the form of what? In the form of triangles. Then now we can now be able to simplify this expression using these two triangles. Okay, let me explain something important. Okay, well, let me put it like this. Now I'm about to explain the behavior, how angle behaves. I'm about to explain the behavior of angles. Okay, for positive angles, for positive angles, positive angles goes anti-clockwise. They go anti-clockwise. Positive angles goes anti-clockwise. But negative angles goes clockwise, meaning that they move within the watch. But positive angles opposes the movement of the watch. So guys, let's use this whole information to simplify our expression. Or let me add something important, which is a Cartesian plane. Let me draw a Cartesian plane. Now I'm about to draw a Cartesian plane. Let me draw a Cartesian plane. So this will be our Cartesian plane. So here we have our 0 degrees, or let me say 360 degrees. Here we have our 360 degrees. But here we have our 180 degrees, right? And yes. Then let me draw again our, okay, I've said to you guys, positive angles goes anti-clockwise, but negative angle goes clockwise. Let me make an example about this, about what I've said here. Okay, because this angle is equal to negative what? Is equal to negative 60 degrees. It means that this angle will move clockwise, but this angle is 480 degrees. So this angle will move anti-clockwise, not clockwise. This one will move clockwise, but this one will move anti-clockwise, right? This one will move, this one is anti-clockwise, but this one is clockwise. This one is clockwise, but this one is anti-clockwise. Then let's move. Even this angle will move anti-clockwise, including 1, 2, 3 will move anti-clockwise, but this one will move clockwise, right? Okay, let's proceed. So therefore, okay guys, from there, for the angles greater than what? For the angles, now I'm about to explain the behavior of angles. If your angle is negative, for negative angles, or let me start with positive angles. If your angle is greater than 360 degrees, let me draw a new Cartesian plane. I don't think I will need this triangle. Let me erase this triangle. So that I can be able to have enough space. Let me erase this triangle. I don't think it will be important anymore because we have these two triangles. So let me draw a new Cartesian plane. So this is our Cartesian plane. Guys, here we have 0 degrees, right? 0 degrees is to 0 because we have our y-axis and our x-axis. So here we have 360 degrees. Here we have 0 degrees. Here we have 360 degrees, right? Then if for the simplification of this, for now I'm about to explain, like I'm about to break down this whole thing. Okay, for if your angle is greater than 360 degrees, if your angle is greater than 360 degrees, if your angle is greater than, let me use as in like angle, if your angle is greater than 360 degrees, your angle is greater than 360 degrees, maybe let's say your angle is 1000 degrees, then you have to subtract in order for you to find a reference angle on this expression. If your angle is greater than 360 degrees, like for instance, this 180 degrees is greater than, this 1000 degrees is greater than 360 degrees. So if your angle is greater than 360 degrees, it means that you have to subtract your angle until your angle becomes between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then if your angle is now between 0 degrees and 360 degrees, then now you can start finding your reference angle. Right? Like for instance, let me make an example with this 480 degrees. This 480 degrees is greater than 360 degrees. So meaning that this 408 is not found between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Therefore, you have to subtract the 360 degrees. You have to say 480 degrees minus 360 degrees until your angle becomes between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then now you can start finding your reference angle. If your angle is less than 0 degrees, if your angle is less than 0, maybe let's say negative 1000 degrees, because negative 1000 degrees is less than 0 because it's negative, right? Then, like for instance, even this negative 60 degrees is less than 0 degrees. Therefore, you have to add 360 degrees. You just need to say plus 360 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 360 degrees until your angle becomes between 0 and 360 degrees. Basically, we want our angles to be between 0 degrees and 360 degrees in order for us to find our reference angle. If your angle is negative, meaning that it's less than 0 degrees, it means that you have to add 360. You don't subtract 360, but you add. But here you just need to subtract so that your angle can be reduced until it becomes between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Here you don't have to subtract, but you add, so that this angle can be destroyed and destroyed and destroyed until it becomes between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then when your angle is now between this range, now you can start finding what your reference angle. Meaning that here we are going to add a 360 degrees so that our angle can be between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then if your angle is now between 0 degrees and 360 degrees, now you can start finding your reference angle. But this angle is found between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Even 225 is found between what? 225 degrees is found between this range. So those angles, you just need to simplify them and find your reference angle, right? Using 180 degrees and 360 degrees. And when you simplify your angles, use 180 degrees and 360 degrees, right? If your angle is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So meaning that you just need to work on these two angles. We are going to use 360 degrees by adding and also subtracting this one, because this 480 is greater than 360 degrees, meaning that we have to subtract the 360 degrees so that our angle can be on a suitable range, can be able to be in a suitable, or let me say on a suitable range of 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So we only simplify, or let me say, we only found our reference angle if our angle is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So let's move. So we have cos 150 degrees. So this cos 150 degrees can be simplified using what? Let's use our 180 degrees to simplify that. That 150 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 150 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. Then 150 degrees can be written in the form of cos 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. If you 180 degrees minus 30, so now we can be able to express what? This whole thing. Now we are going to be, because we have 30, which means we have special angles. Those are called the special angles. I have said your special angle is 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Those are called the special angles. Special angles. Those are called the special angles. Right? Yes. Now let's go for tan 25 degrees. Tan 25 degrees, it's between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. I have said to you guys, positive angles moves anti-clockwise, but negative angles goes clockwise, right? Yes, let me say anti-clockwise, then this one is clockwise, right? Yes. Then 225 degrees, let's use 180 degrees to simplify 225. 225 minus 180 degrees, it's equal to 45 degrees, which means this can be written in the form of what? In the form of tan 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. Tan 25 degrees can be written. Now we have expressed our tan in the form of this triangle. Right now we are going to simplify our expression using these two triangles, because we have 30 degrees, which is 30, 60 or 45 degrees. Now we can be able to, but let's simplify our denominator. So all divided by what? All divided by negative 60 degrees. I've said, guys, if your angle is less than 0, meaning that negative, because this portion is meant for the negative x-axis, but this portion is meant for the positive x-axis, right? Yes. This side is meant for the positive x-axis, but this one is meant for the negative x-axis. Then negative 60, then add plus 60, negative 60, add 360 degrees, so that your angle can be between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Negative 60 plus 360 degrees, it's equal to 300, meaning that this can be expressed in the form of sine 300 degrees. Reason being, our 300 is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. 300, remember, 300 degrees is less than 360. It's found between this range. It's below 300 degrees, is below 360, and also greater than 0 degrees because it's positive. Then multiply by cos 480 degrees. 480 degrees, this angle is greater than 360 degrees, which means you have to subtract. You have to, for angle greater than what? Greater than 360 degrees, you have to subtract. You subtract. But angles less than 0 degrees, you add 360. So let's move, guys. This angle is greater than 360 degrees, meaning you have to subtract 360 from this angle. 480 degrees minus 480 degrees minus what? Minus 360 degrees. Minus 360 degrees is equal to 120 degrees. Now our angle is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees, meaning that we have cos 120 degrees. Cos 120 degrees. Our angle is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. If this angle was still greater than 360 degrees, I was going to subtract 360 again until my angle becomes between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then let's move. I have said, guys, positive angles moves anti-clockwise. Then negative angles goes clockwise. So we have cos 180 degrees. 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. Multiply by tan 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. Plus 45 degrees. You have negative 1000 degrees. Then I've said add, right? Yes. Then all divided by what? All divided by sine. Then let's simplify 360 degrees using what? 180 degrees or 360 degrees. You can just say 360 degrees minus 300 is equal to 60 degrees, meaning that 300 degrees can be written in the form of 360 minus 60 degrees. Now we are going to use our 60 degrees to express what? We are going to use our triangle to express this thing because we have an angle of 60 degrees. So 120 degrees is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Then let's use 180 degrees to express this 120. 120 can be written in the form of what? 180 degrees minus 120 degrees is equal to 60 degrees, which means this 120 can be written in the form of, we have cos 180 degrees minus 60 degrees is equal to 120 degrees. If you punch 180 degrees minus 60 degrees is equal to 120 degrees, then this is our equation. Then let's use this anti-clockwise and clockwise method to simplify this whole thing. This is 180, right? This is 180. Yes, this is 180. This is 180 degrees. Let's use this anti-clockwise and clockwise method to simplify this expression. Then I've said, guys, positive angles, let me say positive angles goes anti-clockwise, right? So let's use our Cartesian plane to simplify this. Let's use our Cartesian plane to simplify things. We have our 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Then our focus, the reason why here we have 0 degrees and 360 degrees is because from this portion all the way is equal to 360 degrees. Then 360 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to, is it 450 or what? 360 degrees plus 90 degrees is equal to 450, meaning that here we have 450. Remember, plus this portion, from this portion to this portion is equal to 90. If you add 90 again, this portion is equal to 540 degrees. If you add 90 again, if you add 90 again plus 90, this portion is equal, an angle at this portion is 330 degrees plus 90. This portion is 720 degrees. So that's the reason why we always say 360 degrees at this point. Okay, let's move, guys. I was trying to explain why am I saying 0 degrees instead of writing 360 degrees on this portion. So we have 360 degrees and also 0 degrees there. So let's move, guys. Now we are about to use this positive anti-clockwise and clockwise method to simplify this whole thing. So from 0 degrees, 180 degrees, we have to move anti-clockwise because positive angles moves anti-clockwise. So from 0 degrees, then let's complete our 180 degrees. We have completed, this is 180, guys. This is 180. This is 180 degrees. This is 180 degrees. So from 0 degrees, 180 degrees. We have completed our 180 degrees. Then minus 30 degrees, which means we have to move clockwise because negative angles goes clockwise. So from this portion to this portion, how is cos in this quadrant? Remember, we have our cast. This is our cast. This C represent cos, meaning that only cos is positive in this quadrant. Then this A represent all ratios. It means all ratios they are positive. All trig ratios they are positive in this quadrant, which is the first quadrant, right? Then this sine, this S means sine. Only sine is positive in this quadrant. All ratios they are negative in this quadrant. This T means tan. Only tan is positive in this quadrant. All ratios they are negative in this quadrant. Then let's move. Let's start from 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. Let's simplify this cos 180 degrees minus 30. Let's simplify this cos 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. So let's start from 0 degrees. Then we have to move anti-clockwise because positive angles moves anti-clockwise. So let's complete our 180 degrees. After completing our 180 degrees, we have to go back because negative 30 degrees is a negative angle, then negative angles goes clockwise. So how is cos in this quadrant? Our cos is negative in this quadrant. So we have negative cos 30 degrees. Multiply by what? Multiply by tan. Then let's go for tan 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. So we start from 0 degrees and complete our positive 180 degrees. Positive angles goes anti-clockwise. So we have completed our 180 degrees. Then plus 45 degrees. So we have to move again anti-clockwise. So how is tan in this quadrant? Our tan is positive in this quadrant because this quadrant is meant for tan. So multiply by tan 45 degrees. Then all divided by what? All divided by sine 360 degrees. So let's start from 0 degrees and complete our 360 degrees. So from 0 degrees, then angles around the point, we complete our 360 degrees. Then minus 60 degrees means that we have to move clockwise because negative angles goes clockwise. So how is cos in the, is it cos or sine? How is sine in this quadrant? Sine is negative in this quadrant, meaning that we are going to have negative sine 60 degrees. Multiply by what? Multiply by cos 180 degrees minus 60. So let's start from 0 degrees and complete our 180 degrees. Angles on a straight line. So we have completed our 180 degrees. Then from there we have to move clockwise because negative angles goes clockwise. So how is cos in this quadrant? Cos is negative in this quadrant, meaning that because this portion is meant for sine, so cos is it's negative in this quadrant, meaning that we are going to have multiply by negative cos 60 degrees. Then now let's simplify this whole thing. Let's simplify this whole thing using what? Using an angle of 30 degrees and also an angle of 45 degrees and also an angle of 60 degrees. We have 60, right? So let's use this 30 degrees. According to Socator, so we have negative cos 30 degrees. Cos 30 degrees, our cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Our cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So our opposite is equal to this according to that, but our adjacent is equal to root 3. So adjacent over hypotenuse, our adjacent is equal to root 3. Root 3 over 2 because our hypotenuse is equal to 2. So we have root 3 over 2. Multiply by what? Multiply by tan 45 degrees. So let's go for a triangle of 45 degrees. So this is our triangle of 45 degrees. According to here we have 1, guys. This side, these two sides, this side is equal to 1, even this one is equal to 1. Then according to an angle of 45 degrees, so we have tan is opposite over adjacent, opposite over adjacent. Our opposite is equal to 1. What about our adjacent? Our adjacent is also equal to 1. Even if we can use this angle, our opposite is equal to 1, even our adjacent is equal to 1. So meaning that tan 45 degrees is opposite over adjacent, which is 1 over 1. All divided by what? All divided by negative sine 60 degrees. Negative sine 60 degrees. This is a triangle of 60 degrees. So sine 60 degrees. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine is opposite. Our opposite of 60 degrees is this side, which is the root 3 over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse, which means we have root 3 over 2. Multiply by what? Multiply by negative cos. Multiply by negative cos 60 degrees. Our cos 60 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. Our adjacent is equal to 1. What about our hypotenuse? Our hypotenuse is equal to 2, meaning that we have 1 over 2. So let's try to simplify this. Negative root 3 over 2 divided by negative root 3 over 2, meaning that this thing will cancel with this whole thing. Then 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1, which means we are going to left with 1 over negative 1 over 2. So how can we simplify this, guys? How can we simplify this whole thing? this can be simplified, guys. It's very simple and straightforward. You can just say 1 over half. 1 over half is equal to 2, then divided by negative is equal to negative 2, right? Yes. Or you can just say 1 divided by 1, is it negative? It's negative 1. It's negative 1, then divided by 2. So you can just take this 2 and multiply it by this negative 1. So, but an exponent is going to change to become 2 to the power negative 1, meaning that you have 2 to the power negative 1. Then again, take this 2 and multiply it by this 1. Multiply this 2 by this positive 1, meaning that, don't forget this negative. So you are going to have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power, because when you multiply it here, it's going to change the sign. An exponent is going to change the sign to become a positive 1. So mean that you are going to have 1 multiplied by 2 to the power positive 1, all divided by negative 1, all divided by negative 1. What is the simplification of this? 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2, divided by what? Divided by negative 1, divided by negative 1, which means a simplification of this is equal to negative 2. Right? Yes. Let me check if we use a different method, whether is it going to work for the best or what. So we have 1. This half can be written in the form of, we have 1 divided by, we have 1 divided by half. We have 1 divided by half by negative 1 over 2. Divided by negative 1 over 2. Negative 1 over 2. Right? So we can just simplify this by using reciprocal. We can even use the reciprocal to simplify this thing. So this thing can be written in the form of 1. Then let's use the reciprocal to change its sign. Multiply by 2 divided by negative 1. We have applied reciprocal. Remember, if you change this sign to be multiplication sign, it means that a numerator will become the denominator and the denominator will become a numerator, right? They will just be twisted. They will just be twisted. So 1 multiplied by 2 is equal to 2 divided by negative 1. Then 2 divided by negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Because our answer is equal to negative 2, it means that the simplification of this whole thing is equal to negative 2, guys. So in order for you to prove that, or let me say to verify that our answer is correct, which is negative 2, you just need to punch this on your calculator. Try to punch cos 150 degrees multiplied by tan 225 degrees, all divided by sine negative 60 degrees multiplied by cos 480 degrees. This expression must give you negative 2 when you punch it on your calculator. So that's how it works. So this information, guys, you are going to use this information to simplify any trig expression. Basically, this information is for grade 9 to grade 12. So guys, don't forget to like and also subscribe on my YouTube channel so that you can be able to always get notified whenever I upload a video. And one more thing, don't feel shy to drop any question that you are struggling with, or let me say a topic that you are struggling with regarding to maths, so that I can be able to prepare a video for you and upload it so that you can be able to watch. So that's how it works, guys. From me to you, from you to me. This thing is all about collaboration, guys. So don't forget to subscribe.